Hello everyone, my name is Eric. Today I want to talk to you about Candela Leaf, and a cigar you probably haven't tried yet, and definitely one that you need to check out. You are watching Oakland Tobacconist. If you're interested in the Candela cigar I'm talking about today, or many other Jake Wyatt cigars, make certain you check out the OGT community. We'd love to have you a part of it. Please don't forget to like, to comment, subscribe, hit the bell so that you're alerted every time we produce new content. I want to talk to you today about Jake Wyatt. I want to talk to you today about Candela Leaf. Why is it so important? And really, what is the difference between Candela and others? And I've made several other videos on this, but perhaps this might give you a bit of concept and idea of where it came from or exactly what it's used for. If you rewind the clocks to earlier in the 1900s, 1950s, such like that, Candela had owned the monopoly on cigar smoking. It was one of the most common type of wrapped cigars that you would find, and it was always known as that lighter green, lime green, grassy looking cigar that somebody may be smoking, walking down the street, maybe even working at. Either way, it was a very, very common type of leaf seen. Candela is basically that green looking leaf that is under fermented, is under cured, and so it still has that green aspect to it. And why was it so common? Well, back then, as Cuban cigars were such a big thing, Cuban cigars are known for that flavor, that complexity, but not really strength. And neither was Candela. If you look at a lot of Candela cigars that are made now, you normally see them with a more mild type of body, mild type of strength. People like that flavor that comes from Candela, but they also enjoy the smoothness, the easiness. If you want something that's not complete 100%, it's grabbing you and just punching you in the throat because of its strength and power, Candela is a good option for someone who wants that lighter experience. However, Candela comes with a very grassy, sweeter, creamier aspect than you might find in other wrapper leaves. A lot of grassy notes is sometimes taken from that. I do enjoy seeing Candela in conjunction with other types of tobaccos. In fact, it's not uncommon at all to see a Candela barber pole, green and Habano. There are cigars like Alec Bradley Filthy Hooligan, which is a limited St. Patty's Day cigar, and a lot of times you might see a lot of St. Patty's Day sticks having Candela leaf, mostly for that aesthetic look, but also it's that creamier side. I bring up Candela leaf because there's an excellent example of what Candela is in conjunction with Dominican tobacco. I talk a lot. I absolutely love Nicaraguan tobacco. I love the aspect of the different regions and what can be grown there. But there are some really good Dominican cigars out there that perhaps I don't really give as much love to as I should. One of which would be the Jake Wyatt Lucid. This is the Candela in the 5x50 Robusto size. Lucid is a part of their gourmet line, so aesthetically very pleasing because you have this Candela leaf and a twist of Habano with a sort of circle on the top as well as a twist of Habano on the bottom foot. Now, while a lot of barber poles have a lot of flavor complexity because you're interlaying Candela and Habano and then you're rolling that together, this is mostly a Candela stick. And while it does have some of those Habano accents, it's mostly aesthetic. I've talked to the blenders of Jake Wyatt, and it's more of a aesthetic aspect appeal to it versus more flavor. You might get a little bit of saltiness from the Habano, but this is an excellent example if you're looking for something on that more mild side that's got a good sweetness to it, a good matcha tea. There's a matcha tea aspect to it, a little bit of creaminess, definitely some grassy layers on. But overall, green tea or matcha tea is the main course of this cigar. And I enjoy it because this is a prime example of what Candela can do on its own without being in conjunction with a bunch of other tobaccos. In conjunction with Dominican tobaccos, that if you're looking for something sweeter and lighter and a bit creamier and a bit more of that tea aspect, this is a prime example of what that can do. Because you have that flavor complexity, you have that layering of flavor, but also very easy. If you want to try this with a tea, or if you want to try this in the morning with coffee, this is an excellent way to start your day because it's got so much flavor, but at the same time, it's very easy and very clean on the palate. Sometimes you have an excellent cigar, love that flavor, but I have some people come back to me and say, there's that kind of aftertaste that I sometimes like, sometimes dislike. Jake Wyatt Lucid is one of those clean finishes, elegance, and in complexity. And so if you haven't made the journey into Candela Leaf and you haven't really wrapped your head around what exactly that is, This is a prime example of what Candela can do, and I highly recommend you to check it out because it not only furthers your cigar journey, but it gives a good representation of Candela and Dominican working together. That being said, Jake Wyatt has a whole lineup, a whole host of great Dominican cigars that have Habanos. Some are on the San Andreas side, some Connecticut, and really it's a great voyage into full flavor, full complexity, but more mild, smooth, clean, and elegant. And their Lucid, I feel, is one of their top examples of that. Drop down in the comments, what are some Candelas you've enjoyed? And perhaps maybe one of your first experiences. Is it a full Candela cigar, or do you prefer a barber pole? Take a closer look at Jake Wyatt Candela Lucid Robusto, and we will see you next time on Oakland Tobacconist.